welcome to the latest episode of Football Tussle. As you can see, I'm in a different location to my usual kitchen. I'm in St. Lucia.
Too hot in the kitchen, Governor. Too hot in the kitchen.
It's too hot in the kitchen, so I've come to a hotter climate here, having a holiday. Let me just show you guys where I'm at, so you can see what I'm.
Go on, show us the view, man.
So here we go. Look at the sun there. Oh
my
God.
Go on there. International football tussle nowadays.
Yeah, you take it.
We're gone international.
Definitely
international, baby.
Dedicated. That's nice. Dedicated as well, you know, from your holiday.
Don't miss yourself.
Still doing the football tussle with a man.
Enjoy yourself out there, yeah? Cool.
Yeah, St. Lucia's like 31, 32 degrees, palm trees. People from all around the world. Don't matter where we're at, we're gonna keep going.
Right.
Well done.
Right.
So back to the usual, you know, we've got Mr. CIC on the show, A Footy and the Grand Champ. We're gonna go straight into what's happened over the last week in football. We're gonna start with the Champions League results. We're not going to go through the entire list, just the main ones that we care about, you know. I'm going to start with the biggest one. Man United at Young Boys. Losing 2-1. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring, Man United losing, blowing themselves. Nobody here is surprised. Anyone surprised by that result?
Well, we're surprised that they lost, because going into that game before what happened with the sending off or whatever, before the game started, everyone in here would have gone for Man United easy victory. Let's be truthful.
Yeah, definitely. But then,
Young Boys, for God's sake.
But then, Cristiano's got a poor record against Young Boys because he lost to them as well for Juve with Juve. So
this is
the jinx.
This is why we love Champions League football, you see. You know, just
anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Definitely.
But then on no occasion should United be losing that game. Let's be honest now. On no occasion should they be losing.
It's down to poor management.
You look at all his record in Europe there. He's won like what, 3 games? Drawn 4, lost 7, something like that.
There you are. So his record speaks for itself. So as maybe FM says, maybe we're not shocked that they lost.
It's not a surprise. Man United's record's not been very good in the Champions League recently.
He came
to make it out of the group stages. They're struggling to make it out of the last 16. So, sorry, PD, were you going to say something?
Sorry, he came out with a strong squad anyway, so it's just disappointing to see them lose, really, you know.
So, are you not blaming the manager then, or but you blaming the players, not the manager?
This time around that game, I think I would blame the players because he came out with a strong squad. So I think I expected them to beat that team, honestly. You know?
Only Man United could buy players like Ronaldo, Varane, Sancho, and still complain that they're not anywhere closer to achieving their targets. They ain't going to win the league with all these oppositions. I don't get with you guys. You guys want to buy the whole world. As long as you got Ole on the wheel, as Rio say. You guys ain't winning. You guys ain't winning nothing with that guy. I'll tell you facts.
Oh yeah, that's the truth. The manager is very important. We kept saying that last week.
All right, let's not dwell too much on Man United's being touched by the young boys there. Barcelona losing 3-0 to Bayern Munich there. And again, that was definitely not.
It was on the cards. They're finished. They're dead horses.
Dead horses.
Everyone expected that as well, you know. Lewandowski is scoring as well, you know. It's a shame Barcelona
left on the floor.
Barcelona is just Barcelona's a team to beat right now, you know.
Oh, Piqué was clean. Piqué was clean, and I saw like a meme going on Instagram. I don't know if it's real or not.
Too many of these people cleaning floors nowadays.
And on that clip there, you could see, what's his name, the goalkeeper there telling Piqué, "You're going too quickly to the floor, easy." I don't know if
it's ridiculous.
You know, but listen, Barca are rubbish now. Listen, I only wish that we were in the Champions League and we had Barca in the league. I wouldn't be scared now.
Look at the lineup. Look at the lineup. What's it called? There's no good names anymore. The stellar names are gone. The ones that used to be stellar names, they're stale and too old.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's all for management, but yeah, they're like Arsenal now.
Ridiculous. Running through the rest of the Tuesday games, Seville beat Red Star, Salzburg, sorry, it was 1-1. Barcelona, we touched on. Chelsea won at St. Petersburg 1-0. Benfica, Dynamo Kiev 0-0. Lille, Wolfsburg 0-0. Malmo getting trounced by Juventus 3-0. Villarreal and Atlanta 2-2. And then on Wednesday, Liverpool beating AC Milan, the former final rivals there.
Oh, yeah, the finalist rivals. It was a topsy-turvy game there for my boys there. Totally dominated the game, went 1-0 up. Salah missed the penalty, his first penalty missed in about 4 years, I think. And then just within a blink of the eye, we were 2-1 down, conceding two goals in the space of what, 2 or 3 minutes. Couldn't believe it. But they showed the composure in the second half, with Salah making up for it with a very good goal there after a Origi good flick. And then our captain, who's trying to be a Captain Marvel himself, hitting the strike so clean, the goalkeeper didn't even see it. So we came out with the 3 points, which I expected to have before the game started, but not in that sort of way of how it ended. But we take it.
You take the 3 points. Take the 3 points. Even though Klopp was chatting rubbish after in the press conference, Origi is a quality play and surprised people coming for him.
Sometimes you have to do that to try and sell it.
Why should people be coming in for him? Shouldn't you be trying to keep him? I don't get it.
If he's that good, you're trying to keep him, right?
Exactly. As a legend.
Rest of the games on Wednesday, Besiktas lost 2-1 to Dortmund. Sharif Tiraspol, is that how you pronounce it? Beat Schalke Donetsk. Is that an Israeli team there?
I don't know what's going on.
I've never even heard of these, what's it called, Sharifs before. Some sheriffs or whatever. Sheriffs are in town.
Sheriffs
are in town.
Political and Porto.
Some kind of
Let me check that myself. I don't even know. Wow. But go on.
Bruges and Paris Saint-Germain, we'll come back to that. 1-1. Inter, should we say, and Real Madrid. Real Madrid winning that 1-0. Man City beating RB Leipzig 6-3 there. Thrilling game to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And Ajax winning at Sporting 5-1, which rounds up our Champions League,
that's fixtures,
you always get goals in Champions League football. Love it.
Guys, let's just do a quick honorary mention. I know last time we blew Europa, but let's mention the Spurs. We had a Spurs guest in last week, so Spurs. Paco, was it Paco Rabanne or Paco de Ferrer? Paco de Ferrer. Who did they play? Who's the two? What was the score?
They play Rennes.
Oh, was it Rennes? Look, I don't remember. So
Rennes, from
that's what the conference does. Even the Spurs fan didn't know who they're playing, but they played the French team Rennes, and they were lucky to scrape 2-2.
2-2, and then big up to the Hammers though. Even though the London rivals did well, winning.
Antonio on fire.
He's on fire. Yeah. Is this still eligible for England or is it Jamaica? I'm not too sure.
I think Jamaica now. I think Jamaica.
There's no chance for him in the England team.
Yeah, he should forget about it. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. If Bamford's making it, he could make it.
Well, you did say last week. Who was it that said Canada might win it with? Canada might qualify with? What was it? Davis from Bayern Munich. So
I said it.
Now he's changing
Jamaica, and they can qualify.
Yeah, true. All right. We're not going to go too much into the Europa League or the Europa Conference. Of course, nobody cares about that. We're just going to go straight on to the weekend results of Wolves losing 2-0 to Brentford. Arsenal getting another 1-0 win at Burnley.
Quick, let me stop you there. Wolves, do you know, I just heard today, they've just created a record label, like music record label deal. Yeah, like associated with the club. It's crazy.
They do music.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need to delve into that for maybe next episode. There, see what is that what they're wasting their time on instead of trying to sort out themselves on the pitch like Grand Chance friend Charori, who needs more practicing after hours. Maybe he went to the Etihad with the empty stadium and no light and no electricity paid for, as Aguero said.
Yeah,
you're full of all these great
information stats. Yeah,
information.
He said it. He's a
our stats
generalist.
man. He's our stats man.
He's generalist.
The football tussle stats man.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Sorry to break you up there.
Random news.
Yep. I might have to move indoors in a mo. Just look at the sun dropping down beneath the.
Oh yeah.
Guys, this is him trying to.
It might just get dark in a sec.
Don't try that effort. This is you trying to show viewers that just to see where I am. I'm not indoors with this twat. So I'm somewhere, you know.
You understand?
Don't try that one there.
Well done.
Liverpool winning at Palace 3-0, easy win.
Easy win.
CIC, give us a sec. I know you want to say loss about Liverpool, but it was an easy 3-0 win, right?
Yeah, I mean, on paper it looked easy still, but we did have a little bit of a battle.
It was an easy win. Stop that. It was an easy win. I mean, you had no right back.
But what's it called? Mane scored that crucial goal before half time, and Mane, just like Salah, has joined the 100 club as well. What's it called? So Liverpool's forward line are breaking some records themselves.
I was quite surprised to know that Mane, a week or 2 weeks after Salah, has reached 100 as well.
Yeah.
Yes, but what's it called? It's 100 in different. It's his 100 goal for Liverpool, and I think what's it called? Salah's one is 100 goals in the Prem. They're different hundreds there. Yeah. And just quickly talking about what's it called? Mane broke the record for the most goals consecutively against one team. There, he scored 9 times. I mean, in 9 straight games against Crystal Palace. That's broke the record there. And he's got that on his own. So he loves playing Crystal Palace.
I can imagine.
But yeah, it was a formality win. And then we put Crystal Palace back in their place after they were high after beating Spurs last weekend.
Yeah. That's all we needed them to do, just beat Spurs. So well done.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. For you Arsenal fans.
Following game was Man City and Southampton drawing 0-0, which is a surprise to everyone there. Man City firing no goals.
That was awful just for me. I once again, people came on to me saying, I keep mentioning this guy. I will keep mentioning him. Once you buy a player of 100 million.
Oh, Grealish again.
Once you buy a player of 100 million in a game, I should see highlights from that guy. A shot, an assist, a flick, something inventive to try influence the game. You can't be 100 million and don't have no stats in the game. I'm sorry.
Well, that game, that game showed that why Sterling is no longer a golden boy for Pep. Even for
he needs to run the games.
Sterling was poor. Sterling's a bit like Harry Kane. In the English shirt, they look world class. When they go back to their domestic clubs,
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree as well.
You forget some Sterling 2 years ago.
I'm not saying Sterling's rubbish. I'm just saying that Sterling is having problems there with the manager and at club level. Club level.
Listen, quick one here. Listen, there's a lot going on in Man City right now, like negativity wise. You know, this team that I know, this Man City team that I know that I've been watching for the past 6 years. They're built on positive. Do you understand? Everything they do is moving forward. But lately now, there's a lot of nasty things going on around. Maybe Pep talking about his fans, the fans talking about him. Do you understand? And it's unusual. And I think this might interrupt their gameplay, their plan, their season for some reason. It's too early to say, but it's just what I just think.
That shouldn't.
It's crazy.
That shouldn't. They're still going to leave 30,000 into the stadium, right? That shouldn't.
But maybe this is Pep's last year. You know, the signs of the cracks there sometimes. You know, when these kind of things happen, you soon find out at the end of the season the man's gone. But Man City have a few problems there still. Yeah. And they need to try and sort it out there, because for me, that you're playing Southampton at home, even though Southampton, that's a great result for them, because back-to-back games that they've kept clean sheets in now. Because last weekend I think they disappointed. I mean, they disappointed West Ham, and then this weekend they shut out the mighty Man City. So for Southampton fans, there's some plaudits there. But for Man City, they need to get their house in order, because next weekend, big game, lunchtime game against the team, the machine, which is Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
It's a big game to look forward to. Running through the rest of the games, Norwich lost 3-1 to Watford.
And one point of Norwich, well, quickly, Norwich have broken another record, which is an unwanted record. They've lost their record 15 straight Premiership games.
Wow.
From the time when they were relegated up to now. And the way they're playing, they don't look like they're going to... Who can they beat? Looking at who they played, Watford, even though Watford's decent, I don't know where Norwich is going to get their points. Norwich could break Derby's record of
was it like
11 points or whatever for the whole season. But yeah, carry on, FM.
Yeah, that's terrible. I feel sorry for them, but
I don't. They're your team. Why are you feeling sorry for them? Even though the manager's got
Norwich do the same thing every time they come to them. They need to find a different strategy. It's like it's someone going for a job application. They're given an opportunity to do well. He does rubbish, he gets fired, then he reapplies again after 1 year, then they let him into the company again, then he does the same thing again. Like, come with different strategy.
It's true. But the problem with Norwich, as I said a couple of episodes ago, the manager has too much faith in the players that promoted him. He could buy at least 3 players or something, not too many, because Fulham made that mistake buying 10. But look at the players, whole defense, apart from maybe Max Aarons, is rubbish. But go on, Effa. We don't want to dwell too much on Norwich.
Yeah, we're going to keep to our 45,
time frame,
50-minute time frame as we're trying. Finally, the final result over the weekend was Villa beating Everton 3-0. Bringing Everton back down to earth. Good result for Villa there.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Even though Everton missed a few key players, I didn't expect Villa to blow the Toffees like that. I thought maybe at best might be a draw. But once I saw there was no Richarlison, we knew that DCL was out, and then they lost, I think, Coleman there. So, but you wouldn't think that would be so much affected to get blown out like that still. But anyway,
I think they didn't know what hit them. I think the boy Bailey made a difference. The 20 minutes cameo from him was wow. And it's so surprisingly, Bailey's been around for a long time now. And why has no one sort of moved for Bailey?
I think because he's injury prone.
I guess if he's injury prone, I mean, if he could give you performances like that in 20 minutes,
no, you can't spend that money. What?
How much did it cost? It's less than 30 mil.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he went to a bigger club, they would have asked for more money.
Definitely. That was my game of the weekend anyway, that Aston Villa game. I already told you I like that project was going on over there.
Just listen to your words about you like that project.
There's one of your many projects there. Let's not forget
Leeds. Back again. Okay, so we're switching things up slightly with our usual shows. We're gonna.
But we didn't talk about the West Ham Man United game.
I missed that.
That was a crazy game. I don't know what the referee was doing in that game, honestly, but
yeah, the referee and the VR officials, they all were sleeping, or what's it called? Who knows what they were up to? Because even though I'm not a big fan of Man United, as we all know, as a Liverpool fan, Ronaldo was robbed of at least one penalty, if not 2, and then we all saw the drama of what was Mr. David Moyes stroke Southgate doing by bringing on a player that didn't even have his he wasn't warmed up. He wasn't even ready he didn't have his kit on properly, and next minute he was told to get on, and then he's strolling like a big man there down the East Lane, and then next minute blows up down the old Brick Lane or whatever they call it. The old Mark Noble.
Do you know, he blew himself, and I feel like what's happening is all these relic managers are trying to... I call them relic managers. They trying to incorporate stats into their management. And so just because the stat says that Noble, for this last 10 penalties, he scored them, you as a manager need to know if the player ain't warmed up, if the player literally has no feel for the ball, it's true. Come on.
It doesn't matter who you are. You could be Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, Messi.
Yeah.
What does that say, as they said, what does that say about the other players? What does that say about Declan Rice that had the ball in his hand?
No, but it's management. It's management. But the thing is, I think he doesn't want to. Because, say for example, I'm the director. If I say, listen, because I would tell you, he would tell us the stat says Noble scored 10 penalties, so I made him take the next penalty. So when he goes back, the director there or the chairman or whoever can't say, why didn't you let Noble take it? He scored the last 10 penalties. So he's literally done what. But as a manager, you're there to manage, man. You need to have a feel.
Yeah, but sometimes you can overmanage.
Yes.
There's 11 players on the pitch. You are very capable of taking a penalty. I know Noble's their penalty taker.
You had what's it called? I think Lanzini was on, I'm sure. Was Fornan still on there? Yeah, Menko. What's it called? Rice. So there's still quite a few.
And Odin, why is your penalty taker not a first team player? That don't make sense. So what happens?
You can have that.
No. But okay, wait.
When he's not playing, Salah takes it.
So wait, hold on a second. So what if you made 3 subs? Your penalty taker can't come on. Your penalty taker needs to be a first teamer.
It's true.
Cristiano is going to start. Salah starts all the game.
And the worst thing, what made it even worse, David De Gea, he doesn't save penalties. I think that was his first penalty save in the Premiership since 2014 or something.
For some crazy time.
But that says it all. But let's move along quickly to talk about Arsenal there quickly, because Arsenal are doing the old George Graham there still. So let's give them a few seconds there, FM and DD. What have you got to say now about what's it called? Arsenal doing some clean sheets and looking a bit steely back there.
I tell you what we're doing. We're eating some good Chinese food as people were laughing and when we signed Tommy Yasu.
Japanese food, sushi, governor. Sushi. Get it right, governor. Geography, is it geography?
Brilliant. But I don't like sushi as well. I don't like sushi.
Know why.
People be downplaying.
Those are games really which we said in the last week or two. If Arsenal couldn't get 6 points going into the game against Spurs, then it's a mess. But as we see now, when all the players are together, fit and strong, they're looking very good. And now, when they play the North London derby on Sunday, if they beat Spurs, they're on the same points as them and maybe even above them on goal difference.
I don't see us beating Spurs.
Arsenal awful start of the season, and Spurs great start.
I don't see us beating Spurs. I don't see us beating.
Why not?
I don't see. Listen, I've watched both games.
Shocking talk there.
I've watched Norwich and Burnley games. I've watched Norwich and Burnley games. For me, I can't see what Tete is managing. For me, I feel like the players are the ones just literally Arsenal play not to lose.
It's true the scorelines are tight, but you're not to lose. With Spurs' rotten performances nowadays, you're not going confident.
It's poor, and then just I don't want to waste too much time, but Ben White just gives me Mustafi 2.0 vibes. Every time Gabriel had to cover him, but I couldn't believe what I was watching. People buy £50 million. You buy a £50 million defender to add more confidence, not Gabriel looking at you all the time screwing there. So like
your defense has always been like
that. Wait, hold on. Effa, what are you saying?
Arsenal's defense has always been shaky.
I know, PD. Our defense has always been shaky, but PD, what FM is saying, we should give Ben White time. He's played in Premier League.
But you have to give him time because he's moved to a higher level of a team with the pressure. That's what FM is saying.
Yeah, but we all know there's no time in football, guys.
There you go, man.
You're right. But you have to remember, since he has come back from COVID, we've kept clean sheets. I don't care what anybody says, any mistakes that he makes, there's been clean sheets there.
Conveniently for him, he decided to miss those games where we're conceding all sorts of goals.
We think it's convenient. Conspiracy theory.
Choosing when he gets COVID. But one point before we leave Arsenal, this is where where VAR came was at its best. Because if VAR wasn't there, that Ramsdale good tackle would have been a penalty all day long in previous seasons.
All day.
Good checking on the VAR and told him to go and check the monitor. You could see that Ramsdale got done brilliant. So we give VAR plaudits when it's due. Yeah. But moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Our main topics this week, even though we've just spent a bit of time running through most of the results.
And we didn't mention Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea, Spurs. We're just gonna let it.
Big up Brighton are playing very quality football, and they're up to 4th place there. So keep it up, Brighton there, and maybe the manager can move on to better places, maybe at White Hart Lane or the Emirates. But yes,
shout it. Klopp's got 2 years left anyway, or 1 year. Anyway, go on.
Mr. The manager has.
Finish there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was told I missed Brighton beat Leicester 2-1, good result for Brighton. Spurs losing 3-0 to Chelsea. No one's surprised about that result. Chelsea are a machine at the moment. Rolling teams. It's going to take something for Man City to get points there. And Tuchel's got Arteta in his pocket from the last couple of games that they've played. He's got Pep. They've lost the last 3 games. Sorry, he's got Pep in his pocket, exactly. Premier League game. They lost the Premier League game.
Champions League final.
Champions League final, FA Cup, semi-final, something like that. Yeah. So he's definitely pocket.
So it's going to be a tough game for City to get points in that game, but we'll just have to wait and see.
They got Grealish
on that. Grealish again.
For me, going into this game is going to determine City's league
ambitions.
Position and what they're going to do this season for me. Anyway, I know it's early, but honestly, mentally, I'm putting everything into that game. I'm looking at mentally straight away. I'm not even looking at results in that game. I'm looking at Man City frame-wise. Who's coming on that pitch that day? Selection and the manager and the fans. If it's negative that day, believe me, that's going to go throughout the season. That's what I reckon.
And they've got a tough run after that. After they play Chelsea, they play PSG in the Champions League, and then after that they play Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah, they got quite a run of fixtures. Tough.
So it could be in the Premiership. It could be a defining 2 weeks or whatever, 2 weekends. Chelsea and Liverpool. But one quick mention on Side's favourite team there, Newcastle. They played Leeds there, and Saint-Maximin had to save them once again. Quality player, too good for Newcastle. He should leave there next summer, regardless of what happens.
Good goal, very good player, very balanced, both foot player.
Yeah.
He needs to go to a bigger team, but it's going to take time. But he's
reminds me of my younger days.
He's too good for Newcastle.
I thought you told me he was a centre defender.
No. Me and Grandchamp, we were like Dwight York and Andy Cole in the Brockwell Park there.
Okay. When I had legs there, I was still young. I was 16, 17. I still had it running there.
I was the Andy Cole, and then Grandchamp was the Dwight York.
Yeah.
Respect.
Anyway, let's carry on there, FM.
Go on.
Yeah, so we were going to talk about Messi, PSG, and what's going on there.
He still ain't got to go.
Sorry?
Has he assisted?
No.
I said he still ain't got to go.
I know. I said has he even assisted? What's he done?
He's had three.
He's barely played
appearances. With 2 starts, 0 goals, 0 assists. Do you know what I mean? He played 24 minutes in his first game, did nothing. Club Brugge, he played 90 minutes, no goals, no assists. Lyon, the other day, he played 76 minutes, no goals, no assists. Poch took him off and he was absolutely pissed at being taken off. But apparently, there's been a lot said, but apparently he pulled up and was touching his knee. So Poch said he was looking out for him. That's why
his injuries. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is the great Lionel Messi, man. Listen, I got no doubt.
Great Lionel Messi is it now? No goals, no assists. Can't do nothing outside Barca.
No. Listen. Time will tell.
We always say Ronaldo's better.
Well, time will tell.
Ronaldo's come and he's shining again, or is it because Ronaldo's played in the Man United shirt before and Ronaldo's played in the Premiership before? That's why he's still shining.
It's a different league, no?
But the French league is a poor league. Come on.
we acted like the French league is the poor league and all this stuff there. Spurs couldn't even beat flipping Rennes the other day.
Yeah, but Spurs are not someone to use as a flag.
No, but the thing is, if you're doing like top 6, top 8 teams in the Premier League, you're going to mention Spurs.
Spurs anyway. That team that they put out was rubbish anyway. But let's go back to Messi anyway.
Listen, Messi is Messi, man. I can't believe we're having this debate of.
We have to talk about it because this is the first time we've seen him outside Barcelona, apart from when he plays in the Argentinian shirt. So we have to talk about it. What are you on about?
Listen, Messi is a different kind of player to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, I don't want to say something so controversial or whatever it is. In little brackets, Ronaldo is a goal hanger. Not to say he's a goal hanger, but Ronaldo goal poacher. That's the right word. Couldn't help myself, but yeah. And Messi's got more to his game.
Oh yeah, Messi's like Roger Federer. Messi's like Roger Federer, more silky, and Ronaldo is like Nadal. It's more tough. That's what it is.
Perfect.
FM says the horrid stats speak for itself. We're talking about Messi. How can you have no goals and no assists? You have to have something, for God's sake.
Is Messi dead? Is Messi dead now?
Oh, no, exactly.
Well, obviously, let's have some respect there. Let's have some respect.
Obviously, because they both just moved clubs, it's expected, all eyes on both of them. It's expected for both of them to be delivering every game, just to make an impact, That's all I want to say. I know Messi would deliver, but it's just that, Messi, we need a goal, we need an assist or something, just get us excited, something.
The wages that he's on, he needs to be doing more than that rubbish. I tell you that for sure.
I'm gonna judge him in the Champions League, and that's where I'm gonna judge him in the Champions League. Forget that league. The Champions League is too good.
He's played Club Brugge there. They went 1-0 up. I thought the floodgates were gonna open.
No, I'm talking about later on to the end of the season, like later stage. That's what I meant.
That's shocking as well. That's shocking that against Club Brugge they could have scored.
But yeah, he definitely needs to roll his socks up, as the old saying goes, because at the moment, Poch did nothing wrong taking him off, and at the end of the day, it worked out because when he took him off, it was 1-1, and then they won the game 2-1. So as Poch said there, I'm the manager, and I have to manage sometimes. We've got a talented team there, and sometimes some people have to go off. They're not above it.
That's exactly what, not in those exact words, but very close to what Poch said. They've got a team full of stars.
Yeah.
It looked like Messi was struggling with an injury, and they made the decision to save him from future injury and took him off. And fellow Argentinian Icardi came on.
Icardi's even lost his way for a minute now. His wife's just mismanaging him there, but I wouldn't even say nothing to that.
But anyway. It's been a good signing for them anyway. He always scores goals for them.
He rarely plays. When he plays,
yeah, but I'm saying I know he rarely plays because obviously because of the superstars. But when he does play, he does deliver.
But Icardi was a top name at Inter. He was a top name.
I know.
Let's not drift anyway. But for me, sorry to even bring this personal to the light there. I don't really care for Icardi anyway. We all know what he done with Mario Lopez's wife there. That's just...
Yeah. As you said, we're going on... Yeah, we're going
I know. Let's
FM, what's the next one, FM?
Let's go back to the...
We don't want to be sued. We don't want to be sued.
It's all over the papers, man. Damn. So when you say that we don't know.
We don't want no trouble.
We're just pulling our reports. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
People tussle off air.
What we have.
Or maybe Mario Lopez might sponsor us after hearing that. Spread the word.
Subscribe me, Mario.
So Mario, Max Lopez, not Mario, Max Lopez. Jeez.
Max.
What's wrong with you guys on this show, man? We keep getting names wrong on this show. It's ridiculous, man.
That's cool.
Oh, that's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Rather that school there. Rather that school.
Exactly. So we touched on Messi and his issues at PSG. What about the other striker, this time closer to home in Harry Kane? What's going on with him? Has his head been turned?
Well, it's it's a bit like what it's like at work. If you've been offered a promotion and they said you've got it, and all of a sudden, a few weeks later, someone else has got that job and the name's on the door, that's what's happened. The heart's gone. You no longer have any passion for that company. You turn up, but there's no passion, and that's what's happened to Harry Kane. Harry Kane, even though he loves Spurs, the passion's gone. You can see it in the performances. It would take a while for him to get his head back, right there, because he knows the years are getting on him. He's getting slower as they analysed him in midfield too much, coming deep against Chelsea all the time. He was a midfielder. Same thing for England. And next minute, when the ball's in the box, he's still at the halfway line. And he knows there's no trophies coming anytime soon. Yeah. So the mind at the moment is locked.
Jammed mind.
Yeah.
Jammed.
He's struggling.
I'm a little bit disappointed with the passion, like you've said, is lost passion and all that. At the end of the day, this thing is all about choices and decision. You signed a big contract, a long-term contract, and you didn't leave the club. You should have just thought about your future in a bigger, you understand, a bigger plan. You're not younger anyway, so you should think ahead and decide. So now I'm sorry, he's just got to get on with his game and play football. I'm with the chairman on this one. Get on with your game and play football. I'm sorry.
If the player had a gentleman's agreement with the chairman to say, I'll play another season, but you let me go next year, but big team comes in, then the chairman's gone back on that word, and that can affect a guy's mentality.
Oh yeah, definitely. It means the trust is gone.
The trust is gone.
It's gone.
How can you play for someone who's totally backstabbed you in that way?
Yeah, it's gone. But the mistake was from him and his novice brother as an agent. But
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Our friend Charlie again. Charlie's getting mentioned quite a few times nowadays.
I know.
He shows running for Charlie.
There you go. That's more goals than Harry's got in the Premiership.
Wow.
Charlie on this show right now.
You see with Harry Kane, I would just say what we see from Harry Kane is a natural decline. Same thing like
definitely.
Same thing like Alexis Sanchez. When people were crying when he left Arsenal, I said, listen, the reason why Chile are not in the World Cup, because this guy's on a decline with Vidal. Same thing as Harry Kane. You mentioned that he was getting slower. The guy's never been fast. So if we start even getting much slower, that's crazy. So for me, his form, yes, obviously him not moving clubs, Spurs ain't got no creativity that much, so that does affect. But every game you're watching Harry Kane, I keep hearing the stats: 3-4 touches in a box, even when he scores for England. 3-4.
Yeah.
Like, come on, these are alarming stats.
If you make reference to get the ball.
Exactly, and if you make reference to when Rooney was on a decline, what did he start doing? Oh, I'm a midfielder, he got away with that. Harry Kane can't get away with that, and that's why he's trying to come into too much midfield and trying to get little things there and there. But
look when Nuno played him yesterday. Nuno didn't play him as the front focal point of the game. Nuno played him like on the left. I don't know what Nuno was lost. Nuno looked like Arteta, not to mention Arsenal there. When things were going wrong, Nuno, he didn't know what to do. He was folding his arms.
Don't blame Nuno too long. He's only got a 2-year contract, so.
But you need to be a tactician as a manager. But for me, as soon as let me just quickly say what Suna said yesterday as well. He looks like, as what the Grand Champ was saying, Harry Kane looks a bit like the decline, and he's scared now to move up front. He's in midfield there, where he's taking the ball off his other midfielders and trying to cross the ball, but he can't cross to himself.
Well, who are you crossing?
He needs to stay in the box. Stay in the box. Alan Shearer said as well. Stay in the box. Let the others do the job. That's not your business.
Easy. Look at just model your game like Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Lewandowski.
What do you think Harry Kane can do to get himself back into goal scoring form?
Well, he needs a scruffy goal. He just needs some kind of goal, like off the knee, off the shin, something. Once he gets one in the net, it could be an avalanche.
Pay off his contract. Pay off his contract and go to Man City.
First thing first is his mental state. His mental state needs to be right. You understand? Going to the game, he needs to forget what's going on now. You can't move right now until January. So whatever is in his head, is he still thinking he can still move in January? So it's all is in his head, all this thing. But once he drops that, Kane is back in form. I have no doubt with it. But him coming into midfield, dropping back, and try to get the ball, and I don't like to see that, honestly. A lot of pundits, professional footballers, Kane can play that. No, Harry Kane cannot play central midfield. To have to play in central midfield, you need the different attributes. Like, to be able to see the whole pitch, do you understand? Oh, yeah. Stay up front. Just stay there and let the guys behind you play. That's what I think with Harry Kane.
True. So what is it? So it's going to be one more thing. So for England, is it going to be Harry Kane in the middle and then what's it called? Arnold on the right side of midfield. What's going on with England's midfield? For God's sake?
Quick question for you. Quick question for you.
Playing FIFA. Go on.
A-Footy and CIC. Quick question for you. Go on. Lewandowski or Kane? Who would you take right now?
Lewandowski.
At their age.
Yeah, you take what's it called? You take the Polish king, the Polish superstar easily. Kane at the moment doesn't look like he could score in a brothel.
Oh wow! Don't Harry Kane there. Don't Harry Kane.
Told him as well. But right, he deserves it. The Spurs.
We talked about Messi just a few moments ago. How many shots has Harry Kane had in the last few games that he's played? In the Conference League and in the Premier League.
Guys, the decline is
he's still two in the conference, hasn't he?
Yeah, but that's the conference.
I'm talking about what's it called, the last game, and then the last 2 games that he's played for Spurs. Those 3 games, I'm sure he's only had maybe 3 shots, and most of them were back passes.
Even check Harry Kane in the Euros. We were all saying he needs to get a goal. He was struggling at the Euros till he got one.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was a guaranteed game where you get a brace.
He's in a sharp decline.
Fantasy football, he was a must-have. Now he's a must-not.
I know.
Harry Kane's trajectory at the moment.
Definitely like this.
Wow, that's a 180-degree drop there.
As PD said, what's it called? He can still come back from it, because all I think he needs to do is get a goal and now boost the confidence there, put the smile back on the face. At the moment, the face is looking sour, and it's not helped by the way Spurs are getting blown away and the lack of service as well.
Yeah,
there's quite a few things going wrong at the moment at Spurs, and it's affecting him as well, because he's supposed to be their focal point.
They should do better. They should do better.
A game against their North London rivals there, and they're going into that game. What's it called? Hot there, even though they're winning games only 1-0, but Arsenal go into that game as the favourites. We'll see how that goes.
No pressure there. No pressure. Relax.
Yeah, that's why you already said that you don't think you're going to win. But yeah,
no pressure. I see what you're going to do. After going there as favourites.
I'll stop it.
Come on, goodness. Come on, goodness.
I think we hit all the topics that we want to hit this week. It's been a great show all the way from St. Lucia. Looking forward to next week. Yeah. Looking forward to next week back in the UK, back to 15 degrees, 10 degrees, or whatever it is that you guys are having over there at the moment.
Yeah, rubbish weather.
Yeah. But yes, again, all the way from down here, please like, subscribe, put that.
It's true. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you even view, let alone subscribe. Make sure you view at least. Before you can subscribe, at least view.
Thank you very much.
It works that way. You don't watch something without not subscribing. But anyway.
Good stuff, lads. Well done.
Wow.
Well done.